So everyone, so in this series, like we are going to look some of the commonly asked RPA business analyst questions. As you know, like I would be collecting some of the questions from my colleagues and also from other interviewer panels. So I'll be listing some of the commonly asked questions in terms of business analyst perspective. So let's go one by one. So for this video, like we'll be looking at this particular question. This seems to be one of the frequently asked question. So can you describe a successful RPA implementation you were part of? Right. So this was one of the commonly asked question. So the expectation from the interviewer is that you need to know how familiar you are in terms of RPA implementation. So commonly there is an assumption that the business analysts are part of only the requirement gathering phase, so they are not involved in other phases of the RPA. But in reality, it seems to be like the expectation from the your interviewer as well as an organization, so that you the business analyst needs to be part of the all phases of the RPA project, starting from requirement gathering and also like to support developers in terms of any queries that they have, and also to closely work with the business team for UAT, and then to deploy the process to production, right? So you'll have to emphasize that you are part of all this stages of the RPA delivery. So you can start by saying like I have closely worked with a specific customer. Say like in case if you are working for a banking customer, so tell specifics like you work closely with this particular department, say customer service, or like you work with HR team, or you work with maintenance team of that bank. So you tell all those specifics and highlight some of the specific use cases as well. So this would give you a lot of impression and make you express yourself that you have a sufficient domain knowledge. So you pick some of the uh, good projects that you worked on. And next, like of course, like the RP business analyst, where they play a crucial role in process discovery or in mining. So you'll have to specify a lot of information around that discovery phase. Give some specific use cases what you have extracted out of the business SMEs or like from process owners. So express yourself that you have morely, I mean, you were morely involved in terms of this process discovery. And of course, this is another important point where like you closely work with SMEs and process owners, so you capture the requirement, right? And specify like how do you do that requirement. Maybe do you set up a call and get a walkthrough, or like you sit to face and get some requirements, or like how do you handle that, or do you use any pre-existing guides? So some of the organizations, they used to have some set of guides which they have, and business analysts used to go through the guides first and try to extract the requirements. So tell what way you used in order to capture that requirement. So that's the important point the interviewer might wanted to know, right? And finally, like of course, you want to prepare a PDD or a requirement document based out of that previous step. Tell like what document you follow and what are the topics that you cover in that PDD. So you shouldn't be blankly saying that I did PDD, but you should say like what are the steps you do. Like do you take screenshots, or do you do a video recording, or what specific information that you put in your PDD or in requirement documents. So these are some of the points that you can cover for this question. So I'll meet you in the next video with another question.